What's up YouTube, it's Zapdos TCG here and welcome back to another TCG battle video on my channel. Today we're playing the Arboliva EX card with Dusknoir. This is a card you probably might have not heard about, but it's a card from Destined Rivals and it's going to be fantastic. So hopefully you guys are excited for today's upload. It is also a very cheap card, the Arboliva EX. You can get them with like for 10 cents or something. People don't even know this card exists. But it comes back with the Oil Salvo attack, which actually allows you to select a Pokemon up to 6 times, and then for each time you chose it, to do 20 damage to it. So pretty much the main idea is to use the attack for 1 energy in combination with Hawlucha, in combination by blowing up the opponent's Shaman with Curse Blast. That's pretty much the game plan, and then you win against almost every stage 2 deck in existence, which is awesome. So a high amount of Dusknoir, 4/4/3 line of the Dusknoir. You don't even mind if you give up prizes if you swoop the opponent's entire field with the Oil Salvo attack of the Arboliva EX. We have Mew EX. If you go down to a low hand size, you can go for a restart. You have Squawkabilly in the beginning of the game, and there's also the way you can get Grand Tree activated, so you can get into that stage 2 instantly. You have Rare Candy Night Stretcher combos of Dusknoir. So back in the days of Pokestop, this is going to be great. We also have the Colress's Tenacity, which allows you to get an energy and a stadium. There's not a lot of energies in here, only 4, but the stadium of choice will be the Grand Tree, of course. There's also the capabilities of using Academy of Night in a low hand size situation. Mew can get some crazy situations going where you can actually use the Academy of Night, go for an Iono and protect some of your puzzle pieces so you can get more rare candy situations going. And in the late game, you have Bloodmoon Ursaluna to sweep the game up. So let's test out this archetype. It got 2nd place in the City League over in Japan. And also go check out the sponsors that make the daily content possible. DragonShield.com for your sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. 5% off using the coupon Zapdos5. There's TC Evolutions for your damage counters and ability tokens. You can get them with 10% off right now using the coupon ZapdosTCG. There is PotownStore.com for your TCG Live code card needs. If you want to spice up your online account, you can do so right now with instant email delivery. And Cardmarket.com for European players where you're able to buy as well as sell cards to people all across Europe. You can check out with the referral name ZapdosTCG to help support the channel. Okay, we are going first. We start off with the Duskull and the Grand Tree. So I wonder which archetype this will be because we are going to be going crazy. Okay, Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Our game plan is to actually win ASAP. We're also a grass type, by the way, so that can be very crucial to think about as well. Looks like we are going first. We have Squawkabilly as well. That's crazy. Grand Tree cannot be used by the opponent instantly, so I will actually slap down Grand Tree. I want to use the Hawlucha as well, so I don't know how to feel about this. Maybe setting up a couple of ghosts is probably better. But they probably will go for Budu, right? Which is quite annoying to think about. We have access to an energy already. Smoliv? Yeah, Squawkabilly does seem nice though. I wonder if they will go for TM Evo or not. I don't have an item lock of my own, unfortunately. So I will actually just focus on these. I will Nazball, set up. We don't have any draw power except for the Squawkabilly, so maybe it is not bad going for this strategy and then swooping the opponent's entire field, right? We can still get the Hawlucha back with the Night Stretcher. Ultra Balls here, Pokegears, maybe Pokegear first. This is actually pretty good to get the energy though. Yeah, interesting. This can evolve. We probably need rare candy. This 60 is actually kind of interesting as the other supporter is a Professor's Research, which we do not find. So that's quite meh. So with all of that being said, it's probably better for us to go for Ultra Ball. Get ourselves. If we go for the Arboliva, they're instantly gonna grab. We can get it off with the Grand Tree, right? Yeah, not at all, because the stage 1 is missing. So these will become... Stage 1 is missing. So putting them on a clock here or not. Another Duskull is also not bad. Because we do plan on blowing ourselves up, right? Duskulls everywhere. Okay, we're gonna Grand Tree. Maybe we draw into Super Rod. Or a professor's research. Whatever happens. Okay, an energy on the Munkidori. Munkidori again, maybe that, I don't know. TM Evo. TM Eeveelution, let's go. I thought I had an awkward hand, but little did I know. We're gonna be blowing the opponent up instantly. If we can get all of it, we're not even item locked, might I add. So yeah, there's a research on top of this. Let's go. We're gonna go Grand 3. Yeah, evolving this guy for sure. And Dusknoir as well. We need rare candies and night stretchers, right? I will instantly Curse Blast that Froslass. I don't like to see that. And then I have space for my Mew. Maybe I do draw into a rare candy right now. You never know. I cannot use Smoliv, unfortunately. Because there was one prize. Grass Energy, it's pretty good. Evo, let's get the Duskull set up. Mew EX. Attachment on the Smoliv. Maybe I draw a rare candy from this Mew EX. Super Rod, that's good. That's kind of good. That means I can Grand Tree next turn. I'm actually gonna get back one Duskull, one Smoliv, and Hawlucha is also pretty good if they do have access to the... yeah, to some Marnie's Impedimps. We'll see. Yeah, they just concede. They just concede. The power of true Dusknoir manipulation in combination with the I don't even know how to pronounce this. Arboliva. Arboliva EX. Also a grass type, so that's, again, we're checking out all the grass types this week, it seems. We've tested out Yanmega. We've tested out... Were there any other grass types we tested out this week? I'm gonna check real quick, because this is actually kind of interesting. There's a lot of grass Pokemon that are good right now. You might think about Iron Leaves, putting that into specific archetypes. The Galvantula is also a grass type. Teal Mask, also pretty good to deal with the Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX. Yeah, now that I think about it, I really want to know. Really want to know which other grass types or counters to the... yeah, I think it was the Crystal the Crab. Also clapping damage against the archetype right here. Durant EX, also something we checked out this week. So lots of grass types being explored. And now it's time for Arboliva EX. I did not even talk about this card in my set review. But it is a card that is actually pretty nice to be playing around with. And I think I want to go first with this archetype in hindsight. There is still a world. Yeah, you want to go first with this archetype, 100%. Thank you for letting us go first. We have the Colorless's Tenacity, which is going to be the main staple to, of course, evolve into your Pokemon. And here we go. Leading off with Smoliv in the active position. I don't even know if the opponent knows what a Smoliv does. We do have the matching sleeves with that, so hopefully you guys are entertained with that. Oh, Maractus? Okay. Maractus is kind of interesting. Duskull. I don't need to... If my Squawkabilly is trapped, I don't even mind. Buddy Puffin. Let's get ourselves Duskull and Duskull. Let's go. A bunch of Duskulls. Is my Arboliva? Yeah. Dolive, 2 of them in there. Let's get the Ghost to town. Energy there. And jamming tower there. You're not going anywhere. You're not item locking us. And if you're not item locking us, you're gonna get slaughtered. Okay, a big research, but that's where it ends. We can go Colorless Tenacity, get the fella, but it doesn't feel that good currently. Definitely because we can get better results by using rare candies here instead of going with the Stadium. They can trap our Smoliv, but what is that gonna do them? We have little Snorrens right there. With Hawlucha, the Dusclops is very dangerous though. So I will try and focus on these little guys. There's a Pokegear, maybe the Ionoas. Will be good though. Would it be good? Probably. Because I'm gonna throw away another Dusknoir. Ugh. can we get rid of the most of these Pokemon here? There's Maractus, a lot of Froslass. I wonder. So the combination will be slapping Hawlucha down. Oh, they're gonna boss us? Bossing the Squack, trying to trap that. Yeah, that is very cute. I am not gonna lie, that is cute. And no darkness energies as well on their Pokemon. So, Colorless Tenacity will allow us to get Pokemon, but it allows them to get some stuff done as well. Flying Entry. Yeah, these guys, I'm gonna get rid of those Snorns right from the get-go, if I have the opportunity to do so. Okay, there's one Dusclops. We have the Grand Tree as well to get into a Dusknoir. We have the opportunity to go for an Ultra Ball. Now that I think about it, I can use the... Yeah, we're still trapped, which is the most annoying factor about all of this. I will have to go for the Grand Tree. Go for Dusclops. Right here. Do we go for a Dusknoir as well? Probably. Okay, continuing on. Ultra Ball. Get rid of this, get rid of that. Get ourselves our good little friend Dusclops. To get rid of like everything. Let's go. First of all, we are trapped. We're gonna get Curse Blast going. Get rid of this guy. I don't like Snorns. We are trading 1 for 1, by the way. 1 for 1, but our board state will become way better. Stretcher. Okay. Stretcher allows us to get, if we get a candy and all that, could be good. But at this point, I'm actually more focused on the Snorns. So let's get rid of these. Munkidoris without damage don't do anything. Let's go. Keep on drawing cards. More Ultra Balls, that's kind of crazy. Curse Blast again. Get rid of this guy. This guy is still trapped, but it is annoying to deal with. So let's get rid of that. 3 for 3. Let's go. And then Arboliva will have to do the job later. There's a Research. Mew here. Then Stretcher, Duskull. We could continue here, but this seems nice for now. 3-3. Could have used Ultra Ball to get another Mew EX and then go crazy, but we're trapped. So there's Buddy Puffin. We have Dusknoir and Smoliv in the house. 2 more of these fellas appear. Crazy. We can win next turn. Another Munkidori. And there's an Arven. Do they have Unfair Stamp? Or are they gonna rescue board Maractus? Do they have an energy in hand? That's the question. I don't think this list is playing a lot of energies. They have 1 Psychic type energy, believe it or not. So they would need like Stretcher rescue board energy to trap the Trap or Squack ability again, but I don't believe that's gonna be winning them the game. Very funny. If we have Candy, Dusknoir, so we need Candy Stretcher. Candy Stretcher, or not even Candy Stretcher, we can use the Grand Tree to go crazy. Earthen Vessel, they're probably playing Stretchers. They're getting Darkness type energies from the deck. Energies to the Munkidori. Nice Stretcher. It's gonna be funky. I don't see any Shamans, and even if you see any Shamans, you can blow them up with Dusknoir. So This is the most unique build I've ever seen. This actually got 2nd place in a city league over in Japan. So we're testing out all the best decks in the format. There is the city league over in Toshigi. That's the one that was playing this funky archetype. And it is definitely funky for sure. Okay, doubling up on the Froslass. That means we cannot win right now. Ow. Okay, we have a rare candy here. That's nuts. That means... Well, we can still not get out of the active position currently, but we have a rare candy. Grand Tree. I'm gonna check real quick. We have Dusknoir. And then we can Ultra Ball... Yeah, we have Dusknoir. When we can Ultra Ball into... Smolif? How many researches in here? 2 of them. Ooh, that's nasty. That is kind of nasty. Do we go for research? How many candies in here? None. No more candies. But there is still a lot of stretchers, but no more candies. That is the worst part of all of this. Maybe it is better for us to go for this. And then focus on Ultra Ball, get rid of these 2, get the Dusknoir thrown up in the mix. We need to find energy, so that's why I'm going for this strategy instead. Night Stretcher can allow us to get back. We have the Budu as well. Budu capabilities. Yeah. Duskull. Professor's Research. Attachment here. Retreat. Okay, let's see. If we slap down the Academy of Night, the Grand Tree is gone, but I don't want the opponent using Grand Tree. Interesting. We have all these cards that don't do anything. Another Mew. Can get an energy back. So this actually slaps a couple of damage counters. So they get damage. They cannot deal with all of these unless they come back with a Bloodmoon of their own, which they technically could. Okay. 1-0 turn, put card on top of the deck. I don't want to be doing that currently. If I blow up the 60... Okay, here we go. So we can put 60 and we can choose a Pokemon at least 6 times. So if we put 60 right there, the Froslasses are not knocking this out. If you put 80 on one, then we only have 2 of these remaining, which is quite annoying. They can put that back on us. But yeah, they don't have, they can still use Counter Catcher though. So if we don't knock anything out at this point, we should be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So that's the funny fact. Ah, yeah, there they go. If I blew up a Dusknoir, I could have actually ended my own situation. We have a switch card, my only switch card in the entire deck. Let's go. So if they want to trap us, they are not in for it. What a weird situation. How is this gonna end? Our Hawlucha. Okay, they have a Bravery Charm on this little guy. Let's go. And an Iono. Hopefully no Counter Catcher though. And their discard pile 1 Counter Catcher. They only got 3 cards though, so that's the good news at least. We have Muse. We can blow ourselves up, which is also great. They can only put 3 damage counters on us, and we need to take care of 2 of these guys. They can put 30 on this guy, but even if they put 30 on this guy, it's still not gonna get knocked out, which is totally awesome. So yeah, Arboliva EX showcasing some magical damage counters left and right. There's the Adrenabrain. Where are they gonna put the damage? It's gonna be on the Hawlucha. They're gonna take some prize cards here. 2 prize cards, 2 prize cards. What is the prize card? Is it a counter catcher? Probably not, right? You already used the supporter, you don't have draw support on board. You got Iono to like 3 cards. Or yeah, you Ionoed yourself into 3 cards because of the damage of actually the Dusknoirs giving up so many prizes that Ionos are like less relevant. Or like less good, I would say. Yeah, the Freezing Shroud, and that's game, set, and match. So this guy has 70 HP. That is hilarious. So the cool thing is we can blow this guy up. Let's go. We put 50 on here. Yeah, and then they go down to 1 prize. And the Arboliva EX is gonna go crazy. So we only need to put 2 damage right here. And then the rest of the 100 damage, we can just put wherever we feel like. Put it here, can put it there. Look at all that go. And that's how this deck wins. You just get out your Dusknoirs and use the Arboliva to just go crazy on the rest of the Pokemon. Ooh, we got a very spooky turn right here. Board wiped completely. So that's another dub for this wacky deck. And if you were wondering, if you're up against, we're level 99, insane. So if you're wondering if you're up against Marnie's Grimmsnarl, I don't think is the attack effect also hitting for weakness? This damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance. Yeah, that would have been insane. Otherwise, that would have been like crazy. So even if you're up against Marnie's Grimmsnarl, you just have to bench wipe before they evolve. You want to go first. Most of the decks want to go second. And because they want to go second, you can benefit from the fact that you can actually use the Grand Tree to get yourself going. Next battle for Arboliva EX. And in the late game, you have a Bloodmoon as well. So that's actually pretty good against stuff like, I would say, Raging Bull. Even though sniping Hoothoot and that is all very cool, very cool. You want to go first? Yes. We want to go first and set up all of our Duskulls. We have Squack ability to do so. This is good, having the Grand Tree in the opening hand. I wonder if I should go for Squack ability with a Resurge in hand already. But we need to set up all of our Ghost Pokemon instantly. Our little Duskulls need to be there. You can also Ultra Ball, already get an energy on board. It's also pretty strong. But we have Night Stretcher, so it doesn't matter unless I get item locked. More Froslass? Really? Okay, now you're gonna see the strategy of the Academy at night, by the way. I'm gonna go Ultra Ball. Gonna get rid of this, gonna get rid of that. I can also save this little fella, but we have more. I can go... Squack ability is prized, so that makes sense. That makes sense. That is not good. Can still get this off though. Dusclops, Hawlucha shenanigans. This one. And we end the turn. So it's gonna have to be Grand Tree into something else. We will get item locked, unfortunately, again, because everyone is playing item lock. And Munkidori and Froslasses, all that stuff. We did beat Froslass before. This time around it will be more difficult as they come back with the Badoo. Luckily we have time in this battle. Setting up the Grand Tree, evolve ourselves, go for a big research. They go for T-Amiibo. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. I would never do that. Because if they go for T-Amiibo, I have access to rare candies. And then I can get Dusknoir as well as Arboliva, and with Hawlucha out there, that's 140, it's 130, it's 270 damage counters turn 2 at most. Energy on the Munkidori. They're still going for... Oh, they have Bravery Charm. That means Dusclops is not going to be doing too much. But that's, I was not planning to go after the little Budu here. Grass Energy again. Quite crazy. Grand Tree. Arboliva, it's time to shine. I'm also gonna able to, the second attack is 160. I could start attaching there, but if I don't draw into Dusclops, that is gonna be tricky. So I'm actually gonna be giving an energy right here. Going for the Professor's Research. I do find myself some more buddies. Duskulls. I can retreat. Right here. Let's see here. Munkidori with just one, that's 80. Evolve into this guy. More draw power. Seems great, right? Draw power. There's a switch card. That could be useful. So 120. So that's 60 there. 60 there. Just leaving them with an item locker. Or do we knock this guy out? We can knock this guy out later. 50... Cursed Blast. I'm actually gonna be... I could knock both of these guys out. Then they only have Budu. They can still counter Catcher though. But just one little Budu doesn't have a lot of hit points. That's the fun fact. I still have Colorless Tenacity if they want to trap any of these. Which they most likely won't. Let's go! Pew! Attack for just one energy. You can do all of this shenanigans. Bench wipe. Activation. Whatever they slap down on the bench, if we slap down Hawlucha, they're gone. We slap down Munkidori again. Now the Grand Tree is able to get activated for Dusknoir. Okay, Iono, I don't mind. Even though I had research. As long as they don't find a stadium, they're gonna be bench wiped. Whatever is set up on the field, we can go Dusknoir and Hawlucha. So yeah. Arboliva is gonna be wrecking you. We might slap down Shaman, but we don't care. We have the Grand Tree. Yeah, they just concede. Let's go. Another dub here for Arboliva EX. Believe it or not. How hilarious is this deck, ladies and gentlemen? You're gonna get more unique content like this if you subscribe, so definitely do so. And if you enjoyed the video at any given point, feel free to leave a like. It helps out the channel a lot. Not a lot of people are actually creating content on this, so that's cool. Hopefully this time around, no more Froslasses. We had enough of those. That's kind of easy. Walk in the park. Ekans. We're gonna be playing a Rocket deck over here. Team Rocket returns. Mewtwo, is that a good matchup? I think so. The little, how are they called? Tarantulas have low HP, right? And I didn't have to use my Bloodmoon the entire day, which is crazy. This is an awkward hand because there's not a lot we can do with this. We do have double Buddy Puff and we have Dusclops, so at least we can take prizes. Mew, hello. Can item lock, I guess. Colorless Tenacity, that means we can evolve instantly. Duskull, Smoliv. These are also in the deck. Squawkabilly is not able to use. I don't have any Nest Ball, unfortunately. I can still start item locking if all else fails. Buddy Puffin again. Duskull. Hawlucha? Actually, Budu. I could get another Smoliv up, but I'll wait. Jamming Tower to block TM Evo. Is that a great idea? Most likely. Let's go. So we have Dusclops, Stretcher Dusclops, Colorless Tenacity into Arboliva. So that's 220 turn 2 if I find a Grass Energy. Hoot hoots. Okay. Jamming tower down. Oh, I put down the jamming tower. Now I'm gonna get fan rotemed if they have an energy in hand at least. Ugh, sad. Fan rotem here seems bad. Knocking out the first Dusknoir. Then I have to item lock to try and slow them down. Yeah, this jamming tower is really saving the opponent this time around. Iono could save us though. Okay, so Pokegear is not exactly what I'm looking for. There will be 2 spots open. So I can be Dusknoir. I can still Bloodmoon myself out of this situation. Item lock myself out of the situation. There's no Terra Pokemon around currently. And if I knock out the Eevee, there will not be a Terra Pokemon at all. And then all these Noctowls are doing nothing. Arboliva could be great if I'm finding the... If I don't have an energy quite yet, so that's kind of annoying. But the Jamming Tower being down also means no Sparkling Crystal. A Flareon also hits us for weakness. Yeah, there's the Fan Call getting out some stuff. What do we do here? Terra Orb? Ow. Okay, time for Budu to solve this problem. Colress's Tenacity can get the energy. We can start sniping here if we want to. We can do that. Buddy Puffin. Another one of these. Start sniping. Yeah, I guess there's no other way. We need to start sniping here. Yeah, it's gonna be Grand Tree. I don't know if it's the correct decision here, because Flareon is scary, but we'll see. If I'm taking care of that Eevee, we're good. Retreat, slapping down another Dusknoir. And yeah, this seems alright. Let's go. This needs to go. And we're also gonna be putting this guy. Yeah, this is still not gonna be enough, unfortunately. We'll put these guys down. 20. 20. I guess. Night Stretcher, is that gonna do anything? Nope. It's gonna have to be a big research next turn in combination with Grand Tree. Another Eevee, which can technically evolve instantly. So that is the problem. Eeveelutions can hit for weakness with Sparkling Crystal. They can get there. They need Crispin and Sparkling Crystal, and our Arboliva is exploded. We also only slap 120 damage, so we need like so many Dusknoirs to pull it off. Yowza. Is a Bloodmoon gonna be irrelevant here? There's only one Flareon though. Yeah, they need Crispin and Sparkling Crystal, otherwise they cannot deal with Arboliva. Yeah, going after the Eevee was not the brightest idea. And definitely because if they now knock us out, we can only blow up 2 Dusclops. Sparkling Crystal right there. And another Noctowl. What are they gonna grab now? Maybe I should have gone with the item lock, but they still had activated Flareon proactively. We need to take 5 prize cards. They need to take 5 prize cards as well, but they're gonna knock our Arboliva out. I don't know. I don't have Iono in the 60 as well. It's just pure gas, nothing else. So this seems hard because of the typing advantage that they have. I wonder what they're gonna grab here. Area 0 under Dap and Kieran. Why would you need Kieran? You hit for weakness. Nazball. Eevee. Nazball. Phasantipity as well. Okay. And the problem is that the Flareon is gonna power up the Eevee on the bench. Ooh, sad. They put out the Kieran because of the Badu strategy right there. They have like so many options right now, so many Hoots as well. They have the Kieran in hand, so that's also not an option, just trapping him in the active. Ah, very bad. Badu time. How do we deal with it? How do we deal with this? They also didn't accelerate energies, which is very strange. Huh. How do we deal with this? Haluch is also not gonna be doing too much. Getting rid of our switch is also pretty bad. Can only Dusknoir twice. Yeah, it's not looking good. I'm telling you that. Ultra Ball, Dusclops, I guess. Unless we can go Candy, Dusknoir, Candy, Dusknoir. Well, we need to attack with Dusclops, so that's the issue. They also bumped our stadium. They had like the perfect turn, I'm not gonna lie. Stretcher can't get out. The sniping capabilities could be great if we find Candy and the Arboliva. I'm not counting on it, but let's hope for the best. Research time. We have Nest Ball, which can get out. Can go with this. Yeah, we have burned our switch out, so going for a Bloodmoon seems very bad. Going for an item lock also feels pretty bad with this scenario. What do we do? I don't see a win condition. I don't see a win condition. Also, Halucha's not gonna help. Maybe we slap damage. They have the Kieran, so they can switch and knock out our Bloodmoon, and then the game's over. This is for next turn, right? Maybe it could help if we just play it slow. If we play it slow, that could help. And then we Nest Ball from EX, draw some cards. Yeah, but if they cannot play Kieran and balls at the same time. So we are technically we are safe with Mew. Restart time. Yeah, it's gonna have to be the Itchy Pollen. I don't see a world where we can win this battle. Unfortunately. I can only blow up one more Dusclops because Flareon is quite the issue. Hitting for weakness, there's Kieran to switch, knock us out, power up the Eevee, and we're done for. Yeah. I don't see a win condition. So it's probably better to go to the next game. Like, I can use the Dusknoir combination, Arboliva. They also have a probably a Bloodmoon of their own, maybe, in their deck. This has 260 HP. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way we win here. Definitely because this is powered up. They still have Phasantipity. They still have one more Hoot Hoot remaining. We were too slow. We let them find the Eevee. Like, in this scenario, we sniped the Eevee, but because the Eevee has an ability to instantly evolve, we were not able to close out the game. I don't know how popular Eeveelution Deck still is, but you prey on the fact that the opponent doesn't evolve instantly and you swoop away the low HP Pokemon, which is something that couldn't happen here because Eevee instantly evolved. And they also hit us for weakness on top of all that. If I would have attacked with the Bloodmoon, knocked out the Flareon, I would have been trapped in the active because my only switch wasn't a discard pile. If you were wondering, we're gonna be playing one more with the Arboliva EX. I'm having quite a blast with it. Swooping entire fields feels pretty awesome. Let's hope we can find maybe a Dracopult deck, Marnie's Grimmsnarl, Charizard. We want to see setup based decks. That's what we want to see. If we find those, we can swoop them easily. Colress's Tenacity finds us out the Grand Tree and the Energy, and then off we go. Turn 2, 120 snipe, and we're good to go. If they go for item lock, a little bit difficult because we cannot use Rare Candy, but we can use Colress's Tenacity. So they have to choose whether to go for Shaman, whether to go for Budu. Most of the time they will not have all of the answers in the opening hand. But first, before we go into the next battle, a word from our sponsor.
Level up your game with TC Evolutions. Breathtaking damage counters, special condition tokens, and ability markers. Precision, style, power. Use coupon ZapDosTCG for 10% off only at TC Evolutions.
Looks like we're still not able to find an opponent. Nobody's ready for the Arboliva EX. It's kind of interesting. This list could maybe use an Iono, because you do give the opponent a lot of prizes, so if you then Iono them, it will be more powerful. But on the other hand, because you're so aggressive with your Dusknoirs, you also give yourself less cards with the Iono. I don't know what's going on here. Cannot find an opponent in TCG Live. Oh, I was saying TCG Live is having its day again, where you queuing up is taking too long. Come on, give us a stage 2 build-up deck. That's what we want to see in this last battle. We go first. We have the Squack, we have the Duskull, the Buddy Buddy Poffins, all the good stuff. The Grand Tree and the opening hand, might I add. I'm actually going first, right? I'll start with the Budu, you never know. Okay, Noctowl, this is a Raging Bolt. I'm fully aware that this is Raging Bolt. If I'm able to get to their... Yeah, we have the Grand Colress's Tenacity. We can snipe turn 2, 120. Definitely a possibility. There's an Ultra Ball as well. Interesting. Slapping down Duskull, slapping down Smoliv. I could Ultra Ball for another one. Like a good Dusclops as well. That can get us 2 Hoot Hoot knockouts. I also could get knocked out here. I'm not going to slap down any Stadium. They also start with a Slitherwing, so they need Prime Catcher to get that out of there, or turn 1 Sada with Earthen Vessel in hand, which in the new age of Raging Bolt doesn't happen all too often. They could still have it. But if they are Sadaing and they're using the Burning Turbulence on themselves, I can get this knockout with a Dusclops. Or with our good friend Smoliv. Or Arboliva. They have the Sada. What am I saying? They always have it. Are they gonna go for the Stomp Off? Deal Dance. Oh, this is hilarious. You can also not snipe with Arboliva on Teal Mask Ogerpons while they're on the bench. Squawkabilly as well. Let's go. Raging Bolt. Quack and Seize. Oh! What am I saying? They don't have Sada. They have all the Sadas. Okay. Nestball. They have all the Sadas in the world. Crazy. Fan Rotom. I gotta get some Hoot Hoots out, right? Well, I will snipe those Hoot Hoots. My pleasure. And since there's so many Pokemon on the board right now, Arboliva is gonna have a blast. Ditto. Is that the tin? Tinning is winning. Yo, look at that. Look at that. Smoliv. I'm gonna leave the energies on the Slitherwing, by the way. That's gonna be hilarious. Okay, first of all, I will have to use... Do I need Color Resist Tenacity? I can check here. Grand Tree first. Let's see what we have. It's gonna have to be... We have no evolution right there, so that's kind of annoying. We do have the Dusknoir line. Okay. We can have the energy. This. Color Resist Tenacity will absolutely do nothing. I have to get rid of... I don't want to use Color Resist Tenacity. But the Color Resist Tenacity will allow us to actually maybe do something, right? We have the Mew. Not the correct situation, right? I wish I would have been able to snipe here, but I can't. Mew for one seems bad. Color Resist Tenacity. Yeah, Grand Tree is not gonna do anything for them, so let's just get an energy. This. And restart. Okay, more stuff. Nuzball. Another one of these. If they attack, they are knocked out, which is funny. I could Dusknoir pop Hoot Hoot. They don't have Sawdust, so they will have trouble. Yeah, probably the best plan of action here. Popping this guy. Even though I don't want to use the Dusknoir to do it, I have no choice. We both take a prize card. At one point I will use my Bloodmoon to knock something out. Nuzball again, which is good. Nuzball. Duskull. And now, this one has an energy, but I could also retreat into a 2-prize Pokemon because they don't have Sada, right? Sounds like a plan. They're not gonna find Sada here. No Noctowl, no Hoot Hoot, 3 Sadas in the discard pile. I'm gonna save my little, my stage 1 right there. So many Dusknoirs in the discard pile. Feels pretty scary. If I find a research, I can get another Dusknoir out. They're not gonna attack, otherwise they just knock themselves out. We have resistance as well, so that's not gonna be doing too much. Nuzball, another Hoot Hoot. Oh, it's gonna be Latias. Okay. Do they have Prime Catcher in hand? Their last Sada, really? Sure. I believe that they have the power to just find Sawdust time and time again. That's kind of insane. It's a grass energy though, so nothing to worry about here. They can still attach a lightning energy or a fighting type energy, but at one point Bloodmoon will try to clean this game. There's no more Sada. 4 Sadas in the discard pile. The weirdest game you've ever seen. Our hand is also pretty bad. We still have a bunch of stretchers remaining. There's an energy on the Raging Bull. With the help of Hawlucha, I can actually knock this guy out. Stomp off. Night Stretcher, that's a very, very good card. Yeah, it's a very good card. What do we do? Ultra Ball? We can get the Smoliv later if we want to. We can get Mew, Hawlucha. It's time for some Halucha. Yeah. Here. Here. Sounds great to me. Restart. Colress's Tenacity. Interesting. That allows us to actually start sniping. So... does it now? Because we cannot evolve this guy. It only works on a basic. So it's gonna have to be Dusknoir. It will be able to snipe for 60, which is very scary for a little Smoliv friend. Dusknoir shenanigans. Nazball, another Mew. Colress's Tenacity, this. Grand Tree again? Or putting something on top so we can draw more with the Mew? Is that the better plan? So we slap down the Academy of Night. Attach an energy here. Put the Bloodmoon on top of the deck. And Nazball for another Mew EX. Try to find my Arboliva. Okay, here he is. Here he is. Funky place for sure. Retreat. Do we blow them up and give them more prizes? Or do we wait? Waiting seems fine. If we blow them up, we can also knock this guy out. They're not gonna knock themselves out, 100% not. Let's go. Yeah, you can actually choose a Pokemon 6 times. 1, 2, 3. I feel like a Sableye. Lost Mine. This is Lost Mine, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. Okay, no more Sada. What you gonna do now? What is the next game plan? We have a Bloodmoon in the late game as well. So double Mew. You see how good it can be. We're gonna blow up Dusknoir. I was afraid of them sniping my little Smoliv. Now I am safe again. Earthen Vessel. They're gonna try and get energies on the Teal Mask, right? That's the only Pokemon that can technically attack for a lot of damage. We can attach Retreat, go for Bloodmoon at one point as well. Even if they knock us out, that's gonna be bad. We can Dusknoir, knock this guy out, go for the Oil Salvo. These are also 2 free Pokemon that we can knock out. Hoots are very bad at this point. A Raging Bolt is here. Do they still have... No, Sawdust left. I don't believe it. Manual attachments can work though. Crispins. Yowza. Okay, that can work. That can definitely work. Candy, Arboliva, no more energies left. What you doing? No more fighting left? Yeah, 2 fightings on your Slitherwing. I can't believe we're actually winning games with this. So yeah, because there are 2 fighting energies on the Slitherwing, they can only accelerate 1. So it's gonna have to be Academy at Night. There's 1 fighting energy prize, presumably. And they can also not get rid of these energies on the Slitherwing because they have Latias. So that's the most hilarious thing ever. Myriad Leaf Shower for 150. That's cool. Super Rod is able to get back my resources. Dusknoir. Let's get them in. I will not need any energies because if they knock this guy out, I'll blow myself up and then I can attack for free with Dusknoir, with the Bloodmoon Ursaluna. It's time for some Mew. Colress's Tenacity and a Night Stretcher. Okay. Stretcher. Get the Dusknoir. Dusknoir right here. Colorless Tenacity allows us to get an energy, but I really don't want an energy. If they knock this out, we need to be able to respond, right? Restart for 1. There's Duskclops, not exactly what we want. The Dusknoir is very good though, because that allows us to instantly... The Academy at Night could be interesting. At this point, Colorless Tenacity is a card we don't need to play. I could still get the energy so I don't draw into it, because next turn I will actually try to find resources. Yeah, save my Dusknoir for later. Let's focus. They don't have fighting energies, right? So maybe we should focus on other things. Knocking out this guy. But taking prize cards is pretty good though. If they are in the discard pile, they don't have Sada either, but they have stretchers. That means they can blow this guy up, but they can blow it up regardless. They can blow it up regardless. I can Dusknoir. Yeah, whatever. Boom! Taking them down. We just need our Bloodmoon Ursaluna, right? Nazball and energy, that's game. Unless they judge. But the judge is in the discard pile. We win the game with Arboliva EX. There's Phasandipity. There's also a world where we candy Arboliva again and Dusknoir. So that's a lot of damage counters. That's 120 plus 130. They still need 4 prizes. We need to take 2. We have Bloodmoon. If they have a Bravery Charm, that could be quite annoying. Definitely because our jamming tower is already gone. But we have Dusknoir. Dusknoir Bloodmoon wins games. Retrieval. And we have double Mew, so if all comes back to some bad situations, we have double draw power. And then we're able to showcase everything in the deck. From Arboliva, from Mew EX, Quackabilly, Budu, Hawlucha, everything comes together like that. What are they looking for? Yeah, they were not able to use any Noctowl, so we're able to beat Raging Bolt, we're able to beat Marnie's Grimmsnarl, we're able to beat Dracopult. Yeah, it's great. I think it's also having a great time against the Gardevoir deck. Okay, so the plan in action, Dusknoir. Yeah, we don't even need the Dusknoir here. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of the unique Arboliva deck. If you enjoyed it, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. It takes 1 tiny second every time and does motivate me to make more content like this. If you have any other suggestions, let me know down below in the comments as well. And also go check out the sponsors. They're on the screen right now. You can get some percentages off using the respectful coupon codes. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. This was Zablu's TCG here. Thank you once again, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload for more Pokemon TCG epicness. Peace.